have enough road to get up to 88.
Welcome back to Front Row Cinema, a movie podcast for movie lovers by movie lovers. I am your host, TJ Trimboli, and with me, as always, my co-host. I got the black sheep of the Gates family fortune in the house tonight. I got Mr. James O'Reilly.
The black sheep. Wait, isn't that the second one with the black sheep?
What?
The second one when they find out that Nicolas Cage's like great grandfather assassinated Lincoln or something. That's the second one I thought.
Was he the president? Something of that. I don't know. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
we couldn't tell with you because you gave up searching for the fortune pretty quickly. Your brother, Nick Cage, he kept on it. You bowed out.
Oh, I see. I get it. This is like before the I was the black sheep until we realized that one of us assassinated Lincoln. I get it.
Yeah. Now you got there.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty big hurdle to climb, you know? It's
True.
You get away with a lot of stuff if you didn't assassinate Lincoln, you know?
It's true. Yeah, sky's the limit at that point. Never stepped foot inside of an opera house, though, did you?
Can't
Too
say that I
traumatic.
have.
Too
Can't
traumatic.
say that I have.
But I hear it's a real blast.
It's
Jim.
all in Italian. I don't speak Italian. I never know what they're saying. They're just
That's a lot. Unless the title of the play is Mi Scusi, you're out. A little too much
Well,
for
I
you.
mean, that can be the title, but when they're like singing all those Italian words, they don't even have subtitles. Like, what am I supposed to do?
It's true. That's true. They can have a sign language interpreter there interpreting the language. Would that work?
I got bad news for you. I don't know sign language either.
Well, God damn it, Jim.
I'm an Englishman myself.
My God. Useless. What are we watching tonight?
We're watching National Treasure, which is like just a real powerhouse of an early 2000s movie.
Yeah, one we've been desperately in need of and waiting for a long time. I feel like we've been going through some wild turns the last 2 weeks at the box office. So finally reaching some heights that we used to love to climb as a kid.
Yeah, I mean, we've definitely spent a lot of time not in the top five recently.
Yeah.
And when we were in the top five, we were watching movies like Seed of Chucky, which, not quite Nick Cage.
Not quite my tempo, but listen, you got to go through the thicket to get to the green, man. It's just how it is.
Yeah, I feel like I've said this before, but, we talked a lot about, how when we go through nostalgia, if things are really going to stack up and if like movies just as a whole were better in the early 2000s, I've kind of learned my lesson. The ones I remember are all good. The ones I don't remember, not so good.
There is a reason we forgot that, but we needed to be kicked in the nuts a few times to finally remember that. But I think hopefully we got the lesson this time. But yeah, we're watching the 2004 action adventure National Treasure, directed by John Turteltaub, written by Jim Kof and Cormac and Marianne Wibberley, and starring Nicolas Cage, Diane Kruger, Harvey Keitel, and everybody's favorite, Sean Bean.
Yeah, repeat appearance by Diane Kruger, right? Isn't she? She's Helen of Troy.
He is Helen of Troy. That's right. Yeah, this is all right. Two-time Diane Kruger here on the show. Four-time Sean Bean. No, I guess two times. He's not really in the other two Lord of the Rings movies.
Yeah, right. So wait, what was the second one? He was in Fellowship and then...
He was in Fellowship and then this. So two-time.
Oh, this is the second one. I gotcha. That makes sense.
Yeah. Because those other... Yeah, the other two Lord of the Rings don't count. I don't think we've done a Nick Cage before. Right?
So,
first Cage?
Yeah, this is the first Nicolas Cage movie we've done. And what a first it is. Like, I definitely wanted to bring this up. I guess, do you want to talk about us seeing this first, or do you want to dive into Nick Cage really quickly, just while we're here for the first time Nick Cage?
Take it away. Let's hear it. We could save memories for after we look at this quick look snapshot, if you will, of Nick Cage.
Well, so this is going to be less of a snapshot. The reason I'm bringing it up now is because, like, I feel like Nick Cage is a enigmatic movie star. like,
Putting
like,
it mildly, Jim.
like, knowing what we know now in 2026, and I feel like we know so much more than we did in 2004. Like, how did you feel about Nick Cage in 2004? Like, was he still like legit? Was he getting to the point where he was going to be silly? Are we kind of like at like the precipice of the roller coaster where like the chain link is going to drop off and we're just going to like plummet into the Sorcerer's Apprentice or like
I think we lived firmly in the era of watching him in real time go down that steep drop. We're not even
yeah,
steep drop. I feel like he is bunny hills on a roller coaster because you'll get something like National Treasure, and then you'll get something like Ghost Rider, and then you'll get like another
right,
like top notch one, and then you get another absolutely insane one like Sorcerer's Apprentice, and you're just like can't keep up with what this man is doing. It's too crazy.
right. So I think here's what I want to do with Nick Cage. We're
Okay,
not going to talk about 90s Nick Cage. I will give a honorary mention to the movie 8 Millimeter, which is a fucked up movie and it's
that is
definitely worth
yeah, that
watching.
is an uncomfortable watch.
yeah, definitely worth
Yeah,
watching. Definitely serious, you know,
yeah.
like. But let's skip the 90s. Let's just do a little like yay or nay for 2000s Nick Cage, and we'll get up to National Treasure, and then we'll call it quits.
Yeah, because this is kind of like a look at
Let's
like
just do a little
what
catch up.
yeah, a little look at like what he was to us at this point in time as National Treasure's coming out in the new millennium.
Right. So his
Gotcha.
first movie
Okay.
of the 2000s. We're starting real hot here.
Is it the Family Man? Tell me it's the Family Man.
no, it's not. At least it's not the first one listed here. I'm not sure
Is
if it
it
came out before.
is it
But
gone in 60 seconds?
Gone in 60 Seconds,
Yeah.
yay or nay?
Yeah, yay, dude. Absolute yay.
Easy yay. Easy
Yeah.
yay. But
Steal a
like,
car or have sex in it. Or I
but
don't
like,
know if that's the actual line.
it's kind of like the actual line. It's not too far off, bro.
Ask for 50 cars, not 49 and a half.
It might be the perfect movie to do it because like that his first movie listed here in the 2000s. The last two of the 90s was 8 Millimeter and Bringing Out the Dead, which I don't know what Bringing Out the Dead is. I don't think I've seen that.
It's a Martin Scorsese movie, actually, where Nick Cage is an ambulance driver.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, never saw it.
Right.
Never saw
I'm
it.
assuming directed by Martin Scorsese, starring
Gotta be
Nick
pretty
Cage
good.
playing an ambulance driver. Not quite the same vibe as Gone in 60
No,
Seconds,
no,
right?
no, not quite the same tempo.
Okay. Because Gone in 60 Seconds, perfect start to the 2000s. I feel like it's a real like foreshadowing moment for what Nick Cage is gonna do. Because I love Gone in 60 Seconds, don't get me wrong. Very silly movie. like,
Oh no, dude, it's
very
absolutely
silly movie.
it is absolutely absurd, but that's part of the joy of that movie.
Right. And then we're gonna go to The Family Man.
Yeah, the Family Man.
Which that I wanna say that's the one where he's like the bigwig like finance guy, and then he like wakes up in a nightmare kind of that doesn't turn out to be such a nightmare where he's married to like Taya Leone and he has kids and stuff.
It's like showing him. It's like the reverse, like or not really reverse. It just is that of what is it? Christmas Story? Not a Christmas Story.
No, it's not like that at all. You're thinking of Christmas Carol, but it's
Thank
not
you.
like that at
I was
all.
like,
it's not
they're
like
showing him what his life could be. I get more like It's a Wonderful Life, except like
yeah,
you're not,
it's a
yeah,
wonderful life is definitely closer.
yeah.
Yeah.
Except you're not trying to kill yourself in it.
Yeah. And well,
Yeah,
Don Cheadle plays the guy who is God, maybe an angel. I'm not sure. Like,
okay, sure, why not?
I would say yay on Family Man. I actually watched this not too long ago,
I haven't seen
like
it in a
maybe
long.
like 3 years ago.
Yeah, I have not seen it in a very long time, but I remember enjoying it. I'm a yay also.
Okay,
He's starting
uh,
off 2000s hot, 2 for 2. Right
starting
now.
off hot.
Yeah, yeah,
2001, Captain Corelli's mandolin.
yeah. See, this is what I'm talking
Yay
about,
or
man.
nay?
Bunny Hills, man. Absolute bunny. Have you ever seen that movie?
No, I feel like
Absolutely,
you
that
talked to
movie's
me about it before, but I've
absolutely
never seen
insane.
it.
Yeah, absolutely insane. Christian Bale doing a Greek accent, and like amazing. So it's an absolute no though.
Okay, gotcha. Um,
Absolutely not.
2002. Oh no, sorry, this is still 2001.
Okay.
So he's not like the star of this, if I remember my Christmas Carol correctly, but he plays Marley in Christmas Carol the movie.
What? Christmas
I don't know what
Carol,
that
the
is. Did that
movie?
happen in
That
2001?
that sounds like a fever dream. Was it just a TV movie? There was no way that came out in theaters.
I don't. Oh, you know what? It was animated.
Okay. Okay.
I
Little
think it
makes
did come out in theaters.
makes a little bit more sense. I still sounds like something I've never heard before existing in 2001. So nope. So there we
Yeah,
go. So
I'd
two
imagine very forgettable. That's
yeah,
an A.
2000s. The year 2000, he's on the upswing. 2001, we're going down the bunny hill. Can we go
Okay.
back up 2002?
2002. The first movie listed here, Wind Talkers. Yay or
We're
nay?
we're going further down than the bunny hill. Absolutely not.
Because like I've never seen Wind Talkers, but it looks so silly. It
Yeah,
looks
no,
so
yes.
silly.
Yeah, absolutely not. The bunny hill is being extended.
Okay. Do you know what this movie is? Sunny in 2002?
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it either. 2002, I mean, this has got to be an upswing. Adaptation.
Okay, yeah. All right. He levels out and he's coming back on the upswing. That is a great movie.
Yeah, right. So he's getting there. Um, Sunny, by the way, stars James Franco. I don't think Nicholas. Oh, you know what? No way. Okay, hold on a second.
Oh boy. Where are we
Um,
going?
Starring James Franco and
I,
Nicolas Cage, he has to have a credit in it because it showed up. Yeah. He's credited as Acid Yellow. He's also credited as the director of the movie. like,
oh boy.
so I don't know. I don't know what that is, but it's definitely something I'm gonna watch.
Yeah, nah, I don't know about that.
After adaptation, and this is the last movie before National Treasure.
You keep the upswing going.
This was like Ocean's 11 really uncorked just like a
Oh,
very
is it Matt?
silly run of movies.
Is it Matchstick Men?
It's Matchstick Man.
Dude, he's on the rise. We're back on the rise, baby. The hill's coming back up again.
Now hold on a second. I think Matchstick Men kind of stinks, and I feel like it is like not nearly as good as that Edward Byrne movie, which I can't remember the name of.
I don't know what the Edward Byrne movie is. I haven't seen. I probably watched Matchstick Men once when it what first came out. I remember it being absurdly silly. So I don't know that I could really. I want to believe in the upswing,
Yeah.
but
What was
I feel like
that?
that's a movie I could easily probably watch right now and be like, oh yeah, no, that was whoops. What were we thinking? Enjoying that?
I think the Edward Byrne movie was called Confidence without looking it up. But
Never heard
like
it.
it's
Never
like
heard of it.
there you definitely have. You definitely have.
Okay,
We used to
okay.
talk about this all the time. Blank would know what I'm talking about. But
Maybe.
yeah, it was like these movies were kind of like in the like Paul Blart like what was that Seth Rogen movie about mall
Observe and
cops?
report.
Yeah, like Paul Blart, like Observe and Report. Like they were like the same movies, kind of like just like one was like kind of flashy with Edward Byrne, and one was kind of silly with Nicolas Cage.
Hey, Matchstick Men also had Sam Rockwell.
Oh, Edward Burns. Sorry, not Edward Byrne. But yeah, it's called
Nice.
Confidence.
Confidence.
And then
No,
that's the last one. I mean, like, I don't know that he's gotten totally silly yet. I think like he's mostly.
but no, yeah,
I mean,
it gets way worse. I would say
purposely
right now it's still very leveled where it's more just, some movies just didn't hit. It's not so much that he's gone full cage yet,
Yeah. You know
but
what? I'm gonna break my own rule here. I'm gonna point to the exact moment when Nicolas Cage got too silly. There's a tipping point here where
let's
like
say
he's gonna be.
well, all
It's
right, let's
2006, The Wicker Man.
yeah, yeah.
It's
I'd
like
say that
listen
would
to this run after The Wicker Man. The Wicker Man, then Ghost Rider,
yep,
then he plays Fu Manchu in Grindhouse and The Werewolf Women of the SS.
yep,
Um, then the movie Next,
yep.
which I
All right,
don't know if you
yep.
remember that movie.
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty
him,
sure
Jessica
that's the
Alba.
one where he can see like four
You see it?
seconds into the future
Yeah,
or something stupid like that.
yep. Absurd,
That
absurd.
is exactly when
Yep.
Nicolas Cage got too
Yeah,
silly.
no,
That
yeah. I feel,
one
all
right
right, yeah. So
there.
2006 is the tipping point for sure.
Yeah.
That's the nexus. That's the nexus point.
And then I mean, like, obviously we'll do National Treasure 2 at some point, and I want to do every movie I just said in between. But
God help us all.
yeah. But he's probably not back after that until like what's that movie he made? Where he was like playing himself. I can't think of the name of it.
Unbearable weight of massive talent.
Oh yes, of Massive Talent. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, right, right.
Yep. Yeah.
So like that's kind of the tipping point, I would say.
Yeah,
And then like I guess we'll be on a Nicolas Cage journey for a little bit, but I did want to dive into that because
yeah.
nobody more fascinating in Hollywood than Nicolas Cage.
Dude definitely chooses some very interesting and crazy roles. And he is perfectly suited as Ben Gates for National Treasure. And Jim, we got it. I got a bone to pick with Disney, Jim. Only a DVD,
Uh,
no upgrade, no 4K.
you know what?
It's
Good
crazy.
job, Disney. Good
Crazy
job.
to crazy to me.
Good
Crazy to
job.
me. I
We
need my
didn't need a
stunning,
4K steelbook for National Treasure. It's okay.
I needed stunning definition, and all I got is this. How dare they? But we got a log line on the back, and it reads, ever since he was a boy, Gates has been obsessed with finding the legendary Knights Templar treasure, the greatest fortune known to man. As Gates tries to find and decipher ancient riddles that will lead him to it, he's dogged by a ruthless enemy who wants the riches for himself. Now, in a race against time, Gates must steal one of America's most sacred and guarded documents, the Declaration of Independence, or let it and a key clue to the mystery fall into dangerous hands. Yep. That's it. All right.
I like that log line because it's good. Like it actually sets up the beginning of the movie and kind of like the start of the middle. Like
It just
it doesn't like
gives you the hook. It's like he's looking, there's a mystery to solve. He needs to steal the Declaration of Independence to do it. That's all you need. All you need to know. You don't need to know more than that. You're
yeah,
already sold.
definitely hooked after that. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
You're already sold. No, we saw this in theaters. Yes, we did.
We did. We
We
sure
did.
did.
It was a good time. What are your memories of this? Do you remember?
I remember seeing it in theaters, and I remember thinking it was the best. I remember really liking this movie.
Yeah, I remember this movie immediately once we saw it became one that was like instantly in the lexicon of our childhood movies. Like I think this movie, along with many others that we'll get to, are definitely like we've done plenty of movies that we saw in theaters that are just kind of like, yeah, they were there. This is like a defining movie, I feel like, in the iconography of stuff that we watched, ingested, and rinse and repeat for like most of high school.
Yeah, I mean, like the line "I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence" is just like it's so peak for so many reasons. It's like so ridiculous just at face value, where it's like, no, you're not. Like, you're not gonna do that. What do you mean you're gonna steal the Declaration of Independence? That's crazy. Um, but also like the way that it fits with the character, where like that's the last thing you would want to do, but it's the only thing you can do at the same time. It's like it's just like the delivery of him realizing like he's not like declaring it so much as he's like realizing it. You know what I mean? It's so good, you know?
For a bunch of 14-year-old boys, that was peak entertainment. It was like, dude, we gotta watch this man steal the Declaration of Independence. Like, how's he gonna get away with this? Like, we gotta go, man. It's gonna be a time.
Yeah. Oh, it was amazing.
And a time it was. We did not see it opening weekend though, Jim. We actually, for whatever reason, it was a couple of weeks before we saw this bad boy. We saw it Friday, December 3rd after school. Interesting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did not go opening. Well, I mean, we already knew from last week that the movie we chose to see that opening weekend was the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, because we are connoisseurs of cinema. But yeah, but we didn't get to National Treasure until after the Thanksgiving holiday. Look at us. How could we? So I'm
I mean, it was
interested.
just such a jam-packed time for movies.
It was. There was too much to see. There was so much good stuff to eat on at the cinema. We had to wait and do our due. We had to let it simmer. Had to really until it peaked, and we were like, we need to go see this now. So I'm very interested to see how this box office run is going to be because if we're waiting until the third weekend to go see it, bet this movie's got some legs. I'm very interested to see those legs. So let's cue it up, Jim. Let's dive into those box office numbers.
Numbers, dates, and numbers, numbers, dates, hooray. Dates, numbers. Show me the money.
All right. So we're living in the weekends of November 19th through the 21st. This actually feels like a short stay after the previous weekend where we did like 7 movies.
Yeah, it's amazing that now we're like after 2 movies we're done with this weekend. It's incredible. Can't wait.
Yeah. And like I'd like to say it was just because we were tired and we were like, we're not going to pick anything crazy, but there really wasn't anything worth picking the same way there was the week before, you know?
Wonderful. Love it. Love to see it. Please keep it coming.
And it's going to be the king of this weekend, the 19th through the 21st, narrowly edging out the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. It's going to pull in 35.1 million in first place, beat SpongeBob by about $3 million.
All right, dude. Finally seeing another #1 weekend. 35.1. Going to put us in the number 45 spot, actually. Just behind Armageddon's 36, but ahead of Gladiator's 34.8. Before we go, do we have a budget on this bad boy?
Oh, that's right. How could I forget the budget? Hold on. Hold, please.
I shall hold.
Oh,
I'm very, very curious.
This budget is insane.
Oh, God. All right.
Like,
here we
this
go.
budget makes me feel like they actually stole the Declaration of Independence. Like they had to plan like a whole heist or something. It's gonna have a $100 million budget, is what's listed here.
That is pretty crazy. That's an absurd budget.
It's pretty crazy, and like honestly, the movie feels pretty small for like most of it. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying. It's got to be actors again, right? Like how much do you have to pay Nicolas Cage to be in a movie in 2004?
I don't know. I can't imagine it's still that much, but there's a lot of on location shit going on in this movie. I can see that tallying up.
Yeah. Well, like so let's go through them. Like the scene in the beginning on
the
ice.
opening scene in the ice. I mean, I doubt they went to like actual like
they weren't outside for very long. They were in like a ship, which easily could have been on like a soundstage or something somewhere. You know what I mean? Like,
but I'm sure sending the people to go do like second unit shooting there for those outdoor stuff, that probably adds up.
That's fair, yeah. And then, I mean, they had like a big scene, like when he jumped into the water.
Yeah, they shoot on that one. Yeah, what's that ship that they shoot on for that? Like, that's probably,
I guess, like, yeah, they probably shot right outside of where they actually keep the Declaration of Independence. And I'll be honest, guys, I don't know what it's called. I was in the movie and I don't know what it's called.
The Lincoln Memorial, right? No, why would they keep it there?
No, I don't think it's the Lincoln Memorial.
Archives?
That's just a statue of Lincoln. You can't like go inside the Lincoln Memorial.
I've never been to Washington D.C. I couldn't tell you.
You can like stand in the Lincoln Memorial. I don't think it has a gift shop though.
They should. A nice little gift shop. Yeah, but I'm sure filming in areas around Washington D.C. doesn't come cheap.
Yeah, probably.
Austin doesn't come cheap. Like I'm sure all that stuff adds up. So I guess 100 million probably makes sense.
Yeah, and I mean, all right, so $100 million budget.
A little work to do here
than we have in some other movies that we've done recently. And like we said, so it opened weekend 1, not a bad start. I mean, not a great big number for that $100 million budget either, but not a bad start. It gets number 1. Into
35 going into your second weekend, which is Thanksgiving. There's plays to be made here.
And this is the key part, is that it's Thanksgiving, right? Because weekend 2, so this will be the Friday, Saturday, Sunday after Thanksgiving. It's going to pull in another $32.2 million. It's only an 8.5% drop.
Like, yeah. That's
towering over SpongeBob's 44.3% drop. Like we said last time, and that dropped all the way down to 5th, and National Treasure held number 1 here.
It's beautiful. Oh, dude, it's 2 weeks in a row at number 1. Dude, we haven't had a run like that
in a while.
Let's go.
Because we're also missing out on some holiday numbers with Thanksgiving included, the total gross through that second weekend is 87.3 million.
All right. So we're gonna make
like another like 20, like 15 to 20 million mixed in there somewhere, in that during the weekdays.
Yeah, they could rest easy. We're gonna make some money back here.
Yeah, I mean, not it's a good start. Yeah.
Yeah.
Going into weekend three, 47.1% drop. Where do you think it ends up?
Usually the weekend after Thanksgiving, they don't really put much out. I wouldn't be shocked to hear that this still held number one.
It did, yeah.
It,
Even with that big of a drop.
yeah, let's go, bro. Dude,
Because
three
there's
weeks at
not
number one, dude. We have it. The last 3 weeker that we got, Jim, was Shark Tale all the way back in what feels like forever ago, but that was October.
Yeah, right. What feels like years ago, but it was actually just like 3 weeks ago. Um, with that said, you're right about this weekend. I mean, like, I don't want to say what weekend these movies came out because, like, we'll probably like talk about them at some point and like maybe at the end of this episode to see what we might be coming up. But there's like a couple of weak Christmas movies in here, like Polar Express, Christmas with the Cranks is hanging around.
Oh God.
Incredibles is in its fifth week, so that's losing a little bit of steam. Like, SpongeBob is still falling fast. So yeah, it holds number one, but it's not really an impressive number one with only $17 million.
Hold on. It's at that point they should be pretty close to that 100 million, if not over it by now.
And then going into weekend four,
Here we go. I think it's gonna lose number one now this time.
yeah, it's going to drop all the way down to third place, 42.2% drop. Couple of heavy hitters, let's say, in ahead of it in first and second. And it's only going to pull in $9.8 million. But through this fourth weekend, we're at 124 million domestic. So I don't know. We're doing pretty good, and it's only December
right.
10th. We still have some Christmas holiday to go here.
It's got some time. Like we said, man, I knew it was gonna have those legs.
Yeah, and if this movie can get to January, this might be like one of those movies that like it pulls in like 2 million here, 2 million there, like it just like kind of like tick, 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 tick.
Just racking up singles day over day.
Yeah. And so going into weekend five,
Okay.
38.7% drop down to sixth place with
Okay.
just $6 million.
Okay. All right. Come on, boys. Get to Christmas. You got this.
And then the Christmas weekend, it's gonna drop all the way down to 11th place.
Ooh.
With just like let's say like $4 million. It's like a little bit under $4 million.
I guess there
but
was
not a bad drop though.
Not a bad drop, but
34.2% drop.
I guess there was just so much stuff coming out over that Christmas holiday that just couldn't sustain in the top 10.
Yeah.
But
Now
still,
let me ask you, TJ.
5 weeks in the top 10, still pretty damn good.
Oh, do you? You think it's 5 weeks in the top 10?
But tell me it comes back.
Do you
Tell me
think
he
it's 5
comes
weeks in the
back.
top 10? So, going into what's the weekend after Christmas weekend, TJ?
I believe that is New Year's Eve weekend, Jim.
That's right. New Year's weekend. National Treasure is going to catapult itself all the way back up to sixth place with a 70.7% increase to let's say $6.8 million.
That is crazy. They were like Christmas, not really feeling very independency. New Year's Eve, though,
That's
very independency.
right. That's right. Yeah.
Stellar. Absolutely stellar. You love to see it.
This is weekend 7. Through that 7th weekend, it's got $154.5 million. And like, here we go. We're in January. It's catapulted back into the top 10. Weekend 8.
Please tell me it's in the top 10 again.
It's in 8th place. 37.2% drop from the holiday weekend down to 4.3 million.
What a run. Let's go. It was like, bro, you thought I was done? Incredible.
All right, so the top 10, never been my favorite metric, right? Going into weekend 9, it's going to drop down to 12th place, but hear me out. Only a 37.5% drop to 2.7 million. So this is exactly what we were just saying, bro. It's going to rack up like 2 million here, 3 million there, 6 million on the holiday. Like it's just like ticking, ticking, ticking like over a long period of time.
Beautiful. Just Absolutely beautiful thing to say. And that means with that jump back up, Jim, National Treasure joining the 7 week club. Esteemed, esteemed. Last movie to hit the 7 week club was The Incredibles. So pretty good company to be in.
Yeah, not bad. And also, I mean, it came out like the fifth week of The Incredibles, but like some crossover there during like Thanksgiving and Christmas too, you know? Like Incredibles isn't like disappeared by then. So
What a run. That was beautiful to behold.
yeah.
Love it.
And then
Love
yeah, it's all
love
the
to
way
see
down
it.
in like 16th after that, just like 1.2 million. Let's go over some totals.
Yeah, let's hear them. I'm very interested to see what the international did here because this is a very like Americana movie if there ever was one. Like you have a little bit with like the Templars bringing over the treasure, but like other than that, this is like very strictly American history.
Yeah. So okay. So let's start with the domestic total. It
Okay,
finishes with 173 million domestic, which is decent for this movie, I would say. Like
pretty.
this
That's
is
pretty
kind
good.
of where almost where you would hope it would be. I mean, maybe you hope it does a little bit better, I guess, but here's where I think you're wrong on the international market. And I'll be honest, I'm cheating because I can see the number.
Got it.
Um, but I would say that like the Knights Templar, yeah, but like there's something to me, and it could just be that I'm a dumb American. That's possible,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
Um, there's
Okay.
something to me about the idea that like Europeans are kind of like think history is cooler than we do. You know what I mean? So like when they hear about like the Declaration of Independence has a map on the back of it, they're like, that's pretty cool. You know, like um the Resolute Desk, they probably knew what that was before the movie. You know what I mean? Like there's something to it where I think that that might be going on here because
Okay.
it
All right.
does finish. Oh, go ahead.
Was gonna say like you must be setting up a segue for a really good international total here.
Yeah, it finishes with 174.5 million international, which
So it
like
does better internationally than it does domestically.
yes, correct. Which I mean that's rare so far for movies we've done. It's not unheard of. Usually when a movie's popular internationally, it does like a lot better just because there's like way more countries, right?
Yeah, not
But
unheard of. It's a little crazy for a movie like we said that is like very catered to American audiences, but that is interesting.
yeah.
That even
We
still,
haven't
international
gotten
audiences were like, "Fuck yeah, dude, I'm in."
we still haven't gotten to Avatar levels yet, right? Where like
Yeah,
international is gonna like dwarf the domestic every time there's a big movie.
yeah.
But this is like, yeah, it's pretty impressive, I would say. It's pretty impressive because the worldwide total is 347.5 million.
It's $100 million budget. Like that's
Not
pretty
bad.
damn good.
There's a reason they made a National Treasure too.
Pretty damn good. We're sitting in the 32 spot here, Jim, ahead of Rush Hour 2's 347.3, but behind Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes 362.2.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Do we
Absolutely
need to
insane.
read Wow. Was Planet of the Apes actually a success? No, because that movie probably cost like way
Yeah,
more to make.
no, it was a success. 362 off $100 million budget.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Critically, it wasn't, but by dollars and cents, we
It
did something.
just
We
I
did
will
something there.
say I will say that I probably like discount Planet of the Apes a little bit because like man did National Treasure get a lot more out of its $100 million than Planet of the Apes.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, much feels much more tactile and lived in than Planet of the Apes.
it feels a lot less cheap, let's put it that way.
Yes, yes, for sure, for sure. Reception wise, Jim, we got a 47 from the critics, bastards, 76% from the audience, a 6.9 from IMDb. But Jim, we got there. The A minus cinema score.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah,
It hit the bare minimum.
yeah, they knew. The people, boots on the ground people knew what they had.
Yeah, I mean nobody's leaving the movie where he finds the treasure feeling bad, right?
Yeah,
Like there's no way.
right? Dude, that sweet house he got at the end off a measly 1%. Come on.
Nobody sits through that movie and is like, gosh, I wish he didn't find that treasure. That ending was stupid.
Yeah, like they sent you home happy. You got what you were bargaining for. But a couple of these 1 stars, Jim certainly didn't. And we got some user reviews.
Oh, I bet we do.
Oh, we do. Our first one here. How many? We got a bunch of them. Oh boy. All right.
When you say a bunch, how many?
We got a bunch. We got one, two, and three.
Oh, okay. Let's strap in.
Strap in. Get ready. Here we go. Our first one star writes, I found this movie almost an insult to intelligence. It had none of the real wit and humor of Indiana Jones, nor the suspense, which had me jumping in my seat in other films. It reminded me slightly of The Mummy, which at least did not try to be anything other than a horror comedy kid flick. I went with friends at their request. I wish I had not. It struck me as little more than American propaganda. Why should the treasure be hidden from just the English? Surely it was necessary to hide it from anyone who would try to benefit from it. I mean, we have Hitler, who was known for stealing artworks. Mussolini was hardly a nice character either. How did it come to be in the hands of a bunch of Americans anyway, when the Freemasons and the Knights Templar were of European origin? That was really implausible. If it were in the keeping of the Knights Templar and then the Freemasons, it would have been hidden somewhere in Europe. When sconces, which are generally oil or tar based, fired up at the slightest touch of a flame, I groaned. After 200 odd years, the oils would have evaporated, not to mention the wood rotted away. I am generally pretty good at suspending belief, but that really annoyed me. Not to mention that boats trapped ice tend to be crushed and sink when the ice melts. Just study what happened to boats in the Antarctic on the some of the expeditions there. I am sure the teeny boppers and kids will enjoy, but I would not recommend it to anyone. It was simply agitating.
Oh my god, dude.
Love
What,
the
what an
historian bros are going
amazing
to be
comment.
out in droves.
There's just so many, because, like, you said history bros, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, okay, so this is the quintessential internet history bro to
Do
me.
you think
Who,
sconces
like,
would do that, Jim?
right, right. Who's so focused on if the oil and the sconces would have dried up and if wood would have rotted in like 300 years. He's like, why were they just hiding that treasure from the English, the Knights Templar treasure, when they could have been hiding it from Mussolini too?
It's
It's
like,
like, I
it's like,
think you might have your timelines a little like shifted
yeah,
here, man. I
missed
don't
that
know
by
that
a
the
few
guys who hit it even knew who Mussolini was. Like,
did that by a few hundred years.
yeah, I don't think he was born yet, actually. Like, he comes a bit later on. Like, um,
Like,
also,
the
is the
Freemasons are
movie
like,
not?
guys, we got to get this away from Mussolini.
Yeah, right. It's like Back to the Future. He's like, you're not ready for Mussolini. Your kids are gonna love it, but we gotta get this treasure out of here. Like, it's so stupid. And then, is it just me, or was the movie not entirely clear about why they hid the treasure in America as opposed to in Europe? Like, the whole point was that it was going to be way harder to find in America. Like, that was the whole idea.
Also, like, I'm pretty sure it was hidden in America because, like, there was a little thing going on, between America and Europe at the time. Like,
Right, right. Also, yeah, he's like, the Knights Templar were European, as everyone knows. Yeah, so were the people in America.
I think this guy needs to do a little bit of researching and
Like, they came on boats, man. Like, they didn't just grow out of the fucking ground. Like,
oh, dude, it's absolutely incredible.
just amazing. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
amazing.
But the
Amazing.
sconces,
Yeah.
that's my understanding of history stops there, and I don't want it any other way.
Yeah. It's like, listen, I can deal with the fact that they weren't hiding it from Hitler, but I draw the line at sconces.
Mussolini.
They're like, we got to get this out of
Mussolini
Europe.
can have all the treasure he wants as long as those sconces don't light up.
The,
You better bring a flashlight.
the Freemasons were like, we got to get all these paintings out of Europe. There's this art professor down in Germany who's going wild right now with art paintings.
It's so stupid. Oh man.
Oh, man. All right. We got another oneer here. And they write, propaganda for the brainless. After sitting through this pile of dung, my husband and I wondered whether it was actually the product of an experiment to see whether a computer program could produce a movie. It
Oh
was
boy.
that listless and formulaic. But the US propaganda thrown in your face throughout the film proves disappointingly that it's the work of humans. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but quotes like, we have to steal the Declaration of Independence to protect it, seem like ways to justify actions like the invasion of Iraq.
Oh, yeah, there we go. I knew that was coming.
The fact that Nicolas Cage spews lines like, I would never use the Declaration of Independence as a bargaining chip, with a straight face, made me and my husband wonder whether the entire cast took Valium before shooting each scene. The reasoning behind each plot turn and new clue is truly ridiculous and impossible to follow. And then there's also a bonus side plot of misogyny, with Dr. Whatever her name was being chided by all involved for never shutting up. Sounds like you calling her Doctor Whatever her name was. Pretty misogynistic as well, my friend.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
She's
Doctor,
clear.
she doesn't have a name. She was the broad. Like,
She's clearly in the movie only for looks, but they felt the need to slap a doctor title on her character to give her some gravity. At one point, Cage's character says, "Don't you ever shut up?" And the camera pans to her looking poutly down at her hands like she's a child. Truly grotesque. The only benefit to this movie was that it's so astonishingly bad, you do get a few laughs out of it. The really scary thing is that a majority of the people watching this movie with us seem to enjoy it. Creepy.
yeah. I mean, like,
Weird.
she is not just in the movie for looks. She's like a good foil to Nicolas Cage. Like, dare I say there's like a little bit of like Hepburn Tracy going on. Like, there's like some chemistry there, you know? I
Ironic.
feel like when you say she's only in the movie for looks, you're kind of telling on yourself. Like, that's what you were, the only thing you were focusing on.
Like you were staring at her looks the entire movie, and then at the end we're like, oh yeah, they just gave her the title of Doctor whatever her name is.
Yeah, Doctor, whatever her name is, who helps solve the mystery at many points along the way. Like, proves her worth time and time again to the point that Nicolas Cage becomes smitten.
Like, oh my god, it's so amazing. Ah, dude, I know. I really felt it back then that I was like, man, this movie really trying to say something about the invasion of Iraq.
Yeah, that's all I could think about while I was
Yeah,
watching it.
that
Yeah,
whole
this was
movie, all I could think
in
about.
2004. This was the peak of American propaganda. It didn't get any worse than this. Like, it's so absurd. Like, to call this American propaganda, they literally were like, the NFL football was American propaganda. They'd have like 1,000 Marines on the field, like holding the flag, like every game. Like, that's propaganda.
That's
The
propaganda.
propaganda back then was so overt. Like, why would they hide it in this fucking movie?
They're like, dude, all I want to do is just make like a fun, silly movie, a treasure movie that just involves American history. It's like, yes, but how can we propagandize this?
Yeah. What if, what if we have to have Nicolas Cage be the world police by stealing the Declaration of Independence? Nobody will see it coming.
I just picture them making this movie, and all of a sudden they get a phone call from like George Bush, and he's like, listen, he's like, I got a little thing going on right now called the invasion of Iraq. Not going too hot. I need to warm it over with the people. I see you got a little movie coming out called National Treasure. Be great if we could throw some
Yeah.
propaganda in there.
What's some real subtle anti-American thing you can think of that's actually like really important for the guy to do? What do you got?
Oh, it's so stupid. So dumb. One last oneer here for you, Jim. Hi, I'm sorry to tell you this, but if you actually think this is a good movie, you're retarded. I'm sorry. Of course you're not retarded, but it was just a way to say it was a really bad movie, in my
God
opinion.
damn it.
The
You could
plot.
so hold on. All you need to do is hold down the backspace key for about 10 seconds and then just write the thing you just said. What was it? It was a really bad movie.
Yeah, a lot of editorializing there. The plot is very, and I mean very, thin. All the plot turns are coincidences, and I really spit on a movie that has that kind of story. I like Nicolas Cage, but I didn't like him. Okay. I had some great expectations. I even went to see this movie in avant premiere, but like I said, it really sucked. I heard it was a big success in America. Please, you Americans, you have no cultural sense.
I
Bye.
mean, you're not wrong.
It's not wrong there. Not wrong there. But
When
at least
the
I don't
shoe fits.
spit on movies. I spit on this movie.
Yeah, it does make a lot more sense after the spit on it comment. Yeah.
Man, incredible. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the insight. Let's
Yeah.
switch it over to our tens, Jim.
Yeah, okay, sure. Let's hear him.
See if they have anything less
These
crazy
people
to say.
gotta be unhinged. If there's somebody in here being like, and just like the Iraq War, we had to steal the Declaration of Independence, I'm gonna lose it.
Let's find out. Our first person writes, "It was so refreshing to see a movie full of action, yet missing all of the filth that most producers think is necessary. There was no pussing and no sex, and that made for an incredible movie. This movie keeps your interest through excitement and suspense. I'm taking my children and my parents to see this when it is released to the public. I want to thank director John Turteltaub and the writers for believing in the family again. Thanks to Walt Disney Pictures for releasing a movie that a family can attend together. It's nice to be able to see a movie that introduces history to our children with enthusiasm and passion that isn't portrayed through nudity. Thanks to all for a great movie and one to go to the theater and purchase a ticket." That's
When,
that's propaganda.
yeah, when was that review written?
November 16th, 2004. So I guess
Oh,
right before the
okay.
opening. They must have got
That's
premiere
yeah.
showing.
I was like, when is it going to be open to the public exactly? Like, what do you mean?
That's propaganda right there. Like, dude, that's bought
Yeah,
and paid for right there.
right. Like, that's like they had some PA type that up for funsies. Like,
Or like drop it on IMDb 3 days early. We got to get some buzz out there.
yeah,
Another for you, Jim.
yeah,
Our next
sure.
our next person writes, "Our founding fathers were right when drawing a map to the treasure, but it was not on the back of the Declaration of Independence or even invisible unless you want it to be. You see, the treasure I am speaking of is US, us, the freedom we delivered
God damn it.
ourselves. I am Senior de Malloy, and as was he a Grand Marshal for the Knights Templar, which had its origins in Masonry. As to the simples, I can't get into too much as time is limited here, but I find the timing of this movie as the world we live in now, as our freedom dwindling, i.e., prayer, abortion, marriage, taxes, and even corporate takeover, as well as gas price hikes. It certainly isn't a pretty picture, but my head is high as declaring independence in oneself and helping others is the key. Thanks for reading."
Thanks for reading. I
What the
got news
fuck?
for that guy. If you have time to write reviews on IMDb, it's not dwindling. You got plenty of time.
You got plenty of
You
time. My
got
friend,
plenty of time.
we got time. There is plenty of time for all of
I'm
these
not,
things.
listen, I'm not going to go into too much detail here because time is dwindling. Like, God, what an asshole.
Oh, what a legend. One last one for you, my friend. They write, "I saw this movie in a sold out theater. There were three, count them, three different ovations, including a huge ovation at the end. This movie works. It's funny, action packed, and romantic. Clearly, a lot of attention to detail of interesting American history was paid by the filmmakers. The audience loved this movie. What shocks me is that it seems that many critics picked on this movie as well as the people who undertook the considerable challenge of making it. Clearly, critics do not review movies for the public, but for their elite friends and peers. The hot airbags must think it's not cool to like a thoroughly entertaining, well-made Jerry Bruckheimer movie. Why do we even listen to those so-called critics in the first place? At some point, critics called critic what? Oh, at some points, critics should learn to check their wannabe but can't screenwriter egos at the door and review a film based on its merits and its genre. Worst of all, these particular dumber than a bag of hair critics don't even bother to verify that the script was developed years before Da Vinci Code was written. Write your critic an email and tell them to get off their high horse and do their job because National Treasure is grade A great."
What do you think a bag of hair got on the SATs?
Uh, dude, bag of hair cleaned up, man. I'm telling you. Smarter than you think.
Yeah, right. Um, I'm not
Like,
gonna
I'm
lie.
smarter than the average bag of hair, don't you know?
I did think that 1-star review person was being silly when they called it propaganda, but there's a lot of like eyebrow raises in these 10-star reviews. Like the elite critics don't know what they're talking about. Like you just transfer the word critics for like, I don't know, a few other ones that I'm not gonna say. You know what I'm getting at.
Yeah. We got it. We found the propaganda machine working overdrive, and it's in the
It's
10
like
stars.
if you changed a few keywords in that, you could have just as easily been reading a review for The Sound of Freedom. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like very close. Like
Why you listen to those hot airbags? They don't know what they're talking
yeah,
about.
right. Those liberal elite critics don't like the sound of children laughing.
This movie's too powerful for their feeble minds to comprehend.
right.
Oh man. But let's turn it over to us now, Jim. How are we feeling? How was it to return to the world of National Treasure?
I'm feeling like I've got one fan theory actually.
All right, let's hear
And
it.
I'll keep it quick. I'll keep it quick.
I'm
I
ready for
know.
I'm ready for
I'm
this bullet point.
Yeah. So this is just like peak fan theory. It's the perfect one because it is not well thought out whatsoever. It is rooted
Those are my
in
favorite
nothing at all.
ones. Those are the best
Yeah.
ones. Those are all of them, Jim.
Yeah. And like it's not unlike the review we were just talking about, where like if you changed a few names in it, like I've seen this exact thing about like 100 different movies. You know what I mean? So the whole series is in Riley's head. Riley is a mental patient and everything is his delusion. This is evidenced by the fact that Riley is the only character to ever say or suggest, albeit usually sarcastically, anything which makes sense. That is not what you think it is. Like how on earth is that the basis for your theory? Like it's so dumb.
It's just like where at any point does this movie even hint to you that it could possibly all be happening in this man's mind?
Right. And this is the best part, right? So he's the only one who ever says anything which makes sense, apparently, I guess. But you know, not everything Riley says in the movie makes sense. How do you explain that, Mr. Fan Theory? Well, whenever he falls into being as nonsensical as the others, he's succumbing to the delusion. It's airtight. I don't know how to do. I don't know how to like break this down. I mean,
I can't pop any holes in that logic.
yeah. And I got one bullet point for you. Which in terms of bullet points, man, oh man, were we hard on the sideways ones because like those at least had like were about the movie that we were watching. The bullet point here is Riley's actor Justin Bartha portrayed a mental patient in Gigli.
I hate it so much. How
is that part of your fan theory?
Like,
it's not
how
even
does
the
that
same movie. He's playing a different character altogether. Is this is Justin Bartha and Gigli and Riley the same person? Is that what you're telling me?
They're trying to say this is like a secret sequel that is just like he's just imagining it in that room.
Right, like this is all happening in Justin Bartha's head during the movie Gigli.
Just like, sure, dude. If that makes it better for you, like, sure.
But if they had said that, that would be like I would at least be interested by it. Like there would be like a nice twist to it that would make it unique, you know. They don't say that though. It's just the only bullet point they have is that he portrayed a mental patient in another movie.
That's stupid.
And that's the end of that fan theory. That's the only one I want to do tonight.
Most
of these are actually about the second National Treasure, and they're not probably not even worth reading. So.
I guess they got a lot more from the Book of Secrets. A lot of secrets in that book.
Yeah, all right, hold on. I got one more. Really quickly. I'm only going to read the headline for this one.
Okay, all right, let's hear it.
Benjamin Gates is an assassin.
Sure.
As an
Why
Assassin's Creed assassin.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, like what do you think?
Like there's history in Assassin's Creed and history in
Yeah.
this. So like he's
Right.
got to be part of Abstergo.
Right. It's so dumb. Oh man.
I
We
hate it.
gotta start having like we need like a committee who can just like you gotta get like a license to write fan theories. There's too many that are low effort.
No, we need to, no. What we need to do is we need to hunt these people down and get them on the pod.
Yeah. No, that would not be nearly that interesting, I don't think.
I didn't hear this guy in real time pitch this to me.
Yeah. I kind of do. We'll talk about this later. We'll talk about this later.
Okay, all right. National Treasure. How do we feel returning to it?
Um,
Is it nostalgia? Is it a nostalgia riding high? Or does this still hold up, Jim?
So I think it does a lot of what it's trying to do really well, right? Like I do think the mystery of it is like kind of fun, you know? It feels a lot more, or I should say a lot less mysterious watching it now compared to when I was watching it at 14. Like there is a lot of like, we found the three clues and now here's the treasure. Like it doesn't feel all that earned, I guess, you know, like in terms of like unraveling the mystery. The parts of it that feel earned are more like the we gotta steal the Declaration of Independence parts, you know? And like so it's kind of like weirdly in between like the two. And like one of the reviews mentioned Indiana Jones. That's not even really a good comp for this movie, right? Like, it's like I get
Oh,
why you would say Indiana Jones, but they're not even close to the same kind of movie.
I think they only use Indiana Jones as a comp because they're both like action adventure movies where like the thrill is like, we're hunting for this thing, searching for this thing.
Right.
But it's apples and oranges, even though there is like that thread, it's just two completely different entities still.
Yeah, and what I would say, a movie like Indiana Jones can get away with there being like three clues because in between the three clues, I'm watching like, them fight in the streets of Cairo, and then like, you know
A
what I
lot of
mean?
like
Like,
pulse pounding action.
there's a lot of really great action sequences, yeah, that are like well shot and like interesting and like like really cool things are happening during them. Like he's climbing through trucks and like punching people through like fucking things, and like a guy gets eaten by an airplane propeller. Like there's all kinds of wacky stuff. Um, it doesn't quite work as well when your movie's like, up, Sean Bean's gonna shoot at us again, but don't worry, they're not a very good shot. You know what I mean? Like it's like you need the mystery part of it to be better. Like if that's what your movie's gonna be, like you have to lean into one or the other. You can't be just like mediocre at both, I guess, is how I would put it.
I see that. I can see what you're saying there. Yeah, I guess a lot, and it does seem too like when you pick it up like in this movie, they skip over like a large part of probably like dozens and dozens of clues that he's going on, and they kind of just distill this down to three or four maybe big ones. It's finding the Charlotte, stealing the Declaration of Independence, leading them to Boston with the glasses, and then the glasses leading them to what ultimately becomes the treasure underneath the church.
Yeah, right,
Yeah. So I
right.
guess, yeah. But I mean, like, I feel like you kind of you don't want to tack too much in there. I feel like that feels like just enough to spread it out over two without making this start to feel too bloated in how many times he has to keep unraveling mysteries and clues to get to where he needs to go. Like I get finding ways to iron it out and make it more interesting or more into the mystery side of it. But the last thing I would want to see is them to just be like, we're just going to make this a clue-a-thon.
Well,
Because
no,
that's
of
kind of
course
like
you
what you
don't.
see in the later like Da Vinci Code movies, which I think is a better comp for these movies, is that and those movies tend to be a little bit more on the farcical side because they're just running and racing against time from clue to clue to clue to clue as it gets more and more absurd.
What I would say, that's more what the Da Vinci Code TV show they made was like for me.
They
I
made a
watched
TV
like the
show.
first like three or
Jesus
four
Christ.
episodes. Yeah, it's on Peacock, bro. You got to get on
Oh
Peacock. I keep trying to tell
no, no,
you.
no, 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 no.
You
No, no, no,
gotta
no, no.
I don't know how many times I can sell Peacock to you, but you
Yeah,
gotta get
yeah,
it. It's
you keep
worth it.
doing it, man. It's starting to feel like you're a propaganda machine for
Where
Peacock.
where else can you watch 4 episodes of a mediocre TV show before you realize I don't want to watch this ever again? You know what I'm saying? Like
I feel
it's
like I could do
just
that.
enough to keep you glued for like 3 or 4 hours over a couple of days, and then
I feel
after
like
that
any
you're like, wait,
streaming,
this isn't any good.
yeah, I think any streaming service can do that for me.
No, no, Peacock does it the best. Peacock, Peacock. You won't know what I'm talking about until you dive in, bro. And so I don't want to hear it. You don't know what you know. You don't know
Okay,
what you don't know.
all right, fair, fair.
But I think
Let's see.
and like I get what you're saying. Like you can definitely do the mystery movie badly. You know what I mean? Like you can definitely do that. I'm trying to think of like one that was ever any good though. There's got to be one, right? Like
I guess like the Goonies.
yeah, there you go. That's a good one. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like the
the
Goonies.
Goonies is one. I'm trying to think if there's any other. Romancing the Stone. Is
Yeah,
that could
that's
kind of
probably a
count?
good comp too.
That's a good comp.
Because
I don't know that. Yeah, I don't know that I would say that that one is top of the charts though. I'm just trying to think of similarities and as close to National Treasure as we could think here.
yeah, because like whenever I think mystery movies, the ones that all come to mind are like the Hercule Poirot kind of things, like where it's like a murder mystery, and it's not that. It can't
It's
be
not
that. You
that.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
There's also that, like the mystery is more, it's not even the mystery, it's watching Hercule Poirot just like play against people as he's like figuring it out. And then the big reveal at the end. It's
what
not so
about
much going from place to place to place to place.
right? Yeah, right. It's not like a grand adventure. It's like
Yeah.
usually those are very self-contained.
Yeah.
What about any of the Sherlock Holmes movies? Or for that matter, the Sherlock Holmes TV show?
Never watched TV shows, so I couldn't speak to that.
Oh, you should
Um,
you should check out the TV show. What you are so woefully bad at watching TV. There's
I
so
have.
many
I have.
seminal
I
TV
told
shows
you.
you've missed,
You
man.
know this. I've
The
very
one
confidently.
the one with Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman.
Yeah,
You've
yeah, yeah.
never
No,
seen
I know
that
the yeah,
Sherlock Holmes?
I know the one you're talking about. I never touched it. No,
Oh my God. Oh my God.
sorry, buddy. But no, even that I would say because those are more detectives. Like they're solving, say in the same regard. Like a lot of the times it's like murders and stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean I guess murders,
Or like
yeah, they like those two
robberies.
they are.
Yeah, yeah. They're not really like hunting for treasure.
But they're more spread out, I guess. Like they're
Yeah,
not like Hercule Poirot in the sense that like, you're like in a claustrophobic space with like 5 or 6 people and any one of them could be a murderer. Like it's not that, you know?
no, yeah, no, it's definitely not that. That's probably if we were going to go from a bridge from the most self-contained Hercule Poirot, the next level up would be Sherlock, and then I think the next level up after that is, the National Treasure type movies where they're like, we're going on a grand adventure. It's going to take us to like all corners of wherever it takes us.
Yeah. And like it's interesting because I mean, I think what kind of sets National Treasure apart from all the movies we've been talking about, like what none of the other ones have, is that it's about history, right? Like the Da Vinci Code is probably the closest on that front,
That's
but the
also
Da
like
Vinci
in a
Codes is more
sense.
about religion than it is about history. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like like it very explicitly is about religion.
yeah. Where this is more just about like how can we weave American history and American culture into this fun treasure
It
hunting
feels like a
expedition.
Disney movie based on a Disney ride that they never actually built. That's like maybe the way to put
Yeah,
this movie.
I get. Yeah,
Like,
I can.
'cause, like it should literally be like remember that Back to the Future ride they had in Universal where you like watch
Yeah,
like a screen while you were on the thing?
yeah. The motion
Um,
simulator.
it feels like this should be about like 15 minutes and like you're on like a ride with Nicolas Cage, you know?
Well, I mean, they
Um,
kind of have those there. They had like the Hall of Presidents show and like an American history like show, and it's like
yeah.
it's kind of like they saw that and they were like, okay, now let's put a treasure in there too.
Yeah, right. But like
Yeah,
all that to say, like National Treasure isn't bad though. It just feels like I don't know. I guess like maybe it's just that it's unique. I'm trying to put it into a box and I can't really find a good one.
No, I mean, I don't think this movie. I love this movie, and almost like, and I don't know if this is so much now at this point. Like I've just seen it so many times that it's just like a good hang. But like the mystery at this point almost becomes superfluous to me in how it's structured, where I'm just along for the journey of watching Nicolas Cage like solve the day. Like his
Yeah.
back's against the wall, and I'm just watching him just try and like figure the shit out, man. And I'm in for it.
Yeah. I think you're on to something with that. I think you're on to like he really sells it. Like he's the best part of the mystery parts of it, you know? Like where
Like
he's like,
it's almost not even the clues necessarily that are what draws you into it. The what draws you into it is you want Nicolas Cage to be right. You know, he's not only back against the
yeah,
wall against everyone, it's that not even his own family believes in this thing at all. Like he's literally a man without a ship. Like he's just lost at sea, and he's the only one with the confidence to believe in this thing. And we like this guy. We want to believe in it with him too. We want this to be right for him.
yeah.
So the fun in this is like watching him go along, and you're just hoping that every time he finds one, we're like, that's the one that's going to get us there.
Yeah, and it also does a really good job of setting up the idea that he's the only person who could find it. You know what I mean? Like,
Because
I
it
mean, I
takes
guess he's
someone of
kind
like,
of racing with Sean Bean, who's sort of close to finding it, but the point is like he knows all the right answers, and Sean Bean could never do it without him, you know? And there
Sean
is
Bean.
something really fun about him, like, you know, he gets like the glint in his eye, like where he's sort of figured it out, and he's kind of like pacing the room and like pulling things out of drawers, like, oh, like that's right, in 1975, like, you know.
It's so good. Yeah, and
Um,
Sean Bean's just a poser
I
in
will
this
say though,
world.
like some of them that I thought were really clever when I was 14 were not that clever, like in retrospect. Like the one that stuck out to me when they had to figure out the passcode to the thing, and like Riley had this like passcode like anagram, like what is it called when you mix up the letters? It's an anagram, right?
Anagrams. Yeah.
um like the anagrammed like code cracker where it's like it'll give you like all the different possible words, and like you're telling me that thing wasn't like suited for like double letters in a word, like it's
Well,
like
I
that
think,
feels like it's not a hard
yeah,
step, like
I think moments like that expose what I think is the one downside of this movie to me, and that is Riley's character. Because
okay,
he's just there to play, you know, obviously the comedic relief,
right,
but
right,
it's
he's
not like,
supposed to be like the wisecracking smartass,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But like the issue with that is that it's like to them, they're like the comedic relief to them is just we're just gonna make him dumb as shit. Like even though like he's part of this thing and he's supposed to be this super intelligent guy, they just make him a buffoon. Like, because again,
Yeah,
like a dude like that, who's that, like, he, like, this is a pretty intelligent guy with computers and stuff like that. That's why they hired him in the first place. You're telling me he doesn't think for the double letters either. Like, he's literally sitting there being like,
right,
a flex, but a bleh, and like, he doesn't even realize that, like, that's obviously stupid. Like they just make him a buffoon for no. Like there's another scene like later where like they're in the one car that's like being driven to I think Boston or wherever, and like he's in the back of the car and he's like, "Are we there yet? I'm hungry. This car smells." And it's like, dude, they just made him an 11-year-old boy, like in this
right,
movie, like,
right.
and it's like
Yeah,
not funny. It's dragging it down whenever he's like here, like, and they never decide to stay through it because like there's moments where they're like, all right, well, we need him to do something somewhat intelligent, so they were gonna have it, and it's just like, no, dude, like he just sucks. Like Riley just sucks.
I do think there's something to that though, because like if the guy's really that good at computers, if he was like not a buffoon, he could be doing such better things with his time. You know what I mean? Like if he was, even if he wanted to still be kind of like, I don't know, like he could be like an Ocean's 11 kind of guy, like with the like he's like hacking into cameras and like, you know, he could easily make that happen.
I mean, he
Or he could
does.
be working for the cops. Like he
He
could be, he has the skills to do so many other things. like or do the same thing in so many other like more lucrative and more respected situations. So what the heck is he doing with Nicolas Cage? You know what I mean?
I
There's
don't
got
know.
to be something
Yeah.
wrong with him, you
They
know?
don't, yeah, they don't really give like a good enough reason. But also, like you see him when he goes into the party, still a Declaration of Independence. Riley has booted into the cameras and stuff.
Well,
So
no,
it's like,
that's what I mean. That's
yeah,
why him being a buffoon kind of works for me, is because like the only way he would be here is if he was a buffoon who was like horrible to work with and like an idiot, you know?
I guess, but like it just comes off way too childish
It's annoying after a
in this
while.
in this
Yeah,
movie.
like,
Yeah, where like I
but
feel like we,
again, that's why he's working with Nicolas Cage. If he wasn't
yeah,
so annoying, he'd be making the big bucks somewhere. He
yeah,
wouldn't have to
yeah.
hunt treasure.
It's true, which is just like it makes sense, but like it doesn't make him like that much easier to stomach in this
It
movie.
doesn't
When
make me enjoy it anymore.
exactly,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly,
like,
exactly. Like it was the choice for you to make. It doesn't mean that it works.
I also though I do think there's something to the fact that like if you're trying to make this a movie that everybody can go see around the holidays, you know, like it's like kind of one everybody can agree on, including like 14-year-old and 15-year-old kids, like, you know. Um I think that there's like an audience for that kind of thing that isn't us anymore, but maybe when we were between the ages of like 8 and 15, we would have thought that was the funniest thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, and I can't really remember back to. I mean, I know we loved the movie when we were kids, but I can't really remember back to whether I really had an opinion or really liked Riley as a character back then at all.
I wouldn't say I had a strong opinion about him, but I would say that I didn't hate his guts. Like I thought he was
Yeah,
funny in the movie, definitely. And
yeah,
looking back, I'm kind of like, I don't know. I don't know.
yeah, yeah. No, watching it now, it's very much I'm here for the Nicolas Cage show,
Yeah.
and he is the perfect person to be in this movie. Like the character of Ben Gates, like only can be played by Nicolas Cage. And there's a scene that I think of every time I watch this movie where I watch it and I'm like, no one else could do this but Nick Cage. And it is the scene when they're in the Charlotte and he's reading the clue from the pipe to lead him to the idea that it's the Declaration of Independence. The way he streamlines his like train of thought to get to that is
Yeah.
absolutely insane. Where
Yeah.
he's like, no, it's not resolute. It was iron. It was ink. It was strong. It was pen. What they put down was resolute. And you're just and like you're watching him go through those motions as he's realizing it, and you're just like,
Right.
only Nick Cage can do this because this is I couldn't imagine as an actor reading that on the page and being like, yeah, I know how to play that.
Yeah. It's definitely like I can't picture anybody else delivering that line. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like I maybe if I really tried for like a couple of days, I might be able to like think of another actor for saying it a different way. But you're right, I'm with you. Like it's so like fits his like cadence and everything. And like I like as you're saying it, I'm like, oh yeah, absolutely. It's like
Because like
iconic.
it's preposterous, but you need someone who understands it's preposterous but knows to play it completely straight.
Yeah.
And,
Well,
and
and yeah, like it works in his cadence. That's the thing. Like
yeah,
the rhythm that he has to it and like the way like he hits the different words, like it works the way he says it. Like it makes a lot more sense. Whereas like you're saying, like if you just saw it as words on a page or you try to picture somebody else reading it, like it wouldn't work, you know?
just it's pure absurdity. And I think that's one of the things that has always stuck with me about this movie and makes it such like a fun joy to watch is in that absurdity because it is just like completely preposterous every time he just starts like he just goes on that soliloquy there. Like every time I watch it, I'm like, it never gets less preposterous how he
Yeah.
gets to this conclusion.
But he
But like,
sells it.
yeah,
He
but he sells it,
sells it.
and every time I'm like, I'm ready to go into war with him. I'm like, let's go steal the Declaration of Independence, bro. Like I'm in.
Yeah.
Like let's go.
And by the end, somehow, even though nothing he said made any sense, by the time he's done talking, I'm like, it can't be anything else. It makes so much sense. Like,
There's no other path forward. It's the only way we can go.
and I think you're onto something that, like, in a movie where the clues are pretty thin and there is like a lot of like they need him to sell it, and he kind of does. You know, like he's the only way I'm gonna believe that this isn't silly by the end of this movie.
And he completely does it. Like just bangerang acting right there. Fantastic. I love it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? Oh wait, we haven't talked about the cop. What a great
Oh,
appearance.
Harvey
Just
Keitel.
like out of the blue, Harvey Keitel, man. What on earth is Harvey Keitel doing in this movie? Like,
So they need it. They need a good, solid foil against Nicolas Cage. Harvey Keitel just oozes just like charm and charisma. Like he's just so
yeah.
affable and likable. Because like what works in this movie too is that it's like because like the cop, he's kind of a foil, but he's not so much a bad guy. So like
No,
you need somebody in there who's like you can understand why he's going for Nick Cage, but you want to believe that by the end like they're gonna find a way to work it out. And Harvey Keitel just somehow just effortlessly plays that off.
he's the answer to like how is Nicolas Cage gonna get away from the murderous group of thieves that he tied himself to. You know what I mean? Because like in a fair, well, I don't know, let's say fight. You know what I mean? Like Nicolas Cage's dumbass and that dumb computer hacker guy, they don't stand a chance. Against like maybe they can cook up a better heist than they can, and like they can beat him to the punch on a heist where they don't have to like actually shoot anybody, right? But like at the end of the day, they're gonna need some guns to get away from like that. Like that needs to resolve somehow. You know what I mean? And like it needs to resolve with Sean being either dead or in prison, because otherwise they're gonna be dead. You know. Um, and so like that to me is like why Harvey Keitel's in the movie. Like I don't think he's really that good of a foil at all. I think that you could easily have just made this movie without the police, like except for the fact that like they have to like save him at the end and like believe him and like get him out of trouble. you know.
He's there to get to basically give Nicolas Cage his get out of jail free card at the end.
Right, he's a very
Yeah.
convenient way for everything to be forgiven, and you can just
I
have your treasure
yeah.
now. Like,
They do have like one of my favorite lines in the movie though, where he's like, Harvey Keitel's just like, someone's got to go to prison.
yeah, right.
The way he
Right.
says that line cracks me up every time. Someone's got to go
Yeah.
to prison. But yeah, I
and,
can
like
see where like,
he still sells it, Harvey Keitel. I mean, he's good in it too. It's
yeah, but
definitely enjoyable.
he's definitely just an archetype that's thrown in here just to help us walk away at the end scot free.
Yeah, it's like a plot contrivance. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like he's like exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder, and I mean, obviously these wouldn't come out for another, or at least the first one wouldn't come out for a couple more years. But I wonder if it would be a little bit better if they had made Nicolas Cage like not really changing anything other than making him more in like the Uncharted sense, where like he doesn't have any like scruples against like taking up arms and like getting down in the thicket, because then like you have like a big throwdown foil at the end between Nick Cage and Sean Bean.
I think the problem is you can't make that movie starring Nick Cage in 2004. I think
Yeah.
that's kind of the issue where like
Yeah.
the face off Con Air Nick Cage ship has sailed. Like he's gonna be like playing like goofy historians and like magicians who can see 3 seconds into the future. Like he's not like really like a bona fide action star anymore. I don't think,
Yeah. And also like it does feel like they do want to play this movie a little bit more family friendly. Like, yeah, Sean Bean and one of his other guys, shoots a gun, once or twice, but there's never really any type for like how evil Sean Bean wants you to believe he is in this movie. There's never really that much violent spectacle
Right.
going
He
on.
doesn't ever do anything that evil, like at all. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like it's very much a family friendly type of opposition action. So like it
Yeah.
makes sense that they would throw in that archetype of Harvey Keitel there to help, Nicolas Cage at the end be able to walk away from this without having to get his hands dirty in that sense.
Yeah, my and like it's silly to compare this to Raiders again, like it's a crazy thing to bring up, but like
Yeah.
Raiders isn't any less of a family friendly movie, you know what I mean? But the people in it are much more evil. You know what I
Well,
mean? Like
we just had different senses back then and even in 2004 of just how much you could push an envelope in PG movies. Because like Raiders is a PG film, family friendly, totally for kids.
yeah.
And that movie ends with them literally showing you melting Nazis' faces off. And we
Yeah,
were just, and us as kids were just like, fuck yeah, dude, more of that.
Yeah. But like it's not like that graphic either, I don't
It's
think. Like
pretty graphic. I mean, it
I mean
looks almost it
but it
is like
looks
kind of more
cartoonish,
cartoony,
exactly. It's not
but yeah,
realistic, you know?
but it is still
Like you
pretty
can
crazy.
show a 9-year-old Raiders today. You can.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
you know, even
absolutely.
though there's people getting like chewed up by airplane propellers and having their faces melted and like um lots of like potential deaths. You know, like
Yeah,
you can definitely show a 9-year-old kid Raiders. Like it's still family friendly. Um it just, you know, it's also like a good action movie too. Like, and like I won't say National Treasure is a good action movie, but I will say it's a
oh
good
no.
movie.
And I don't even really consider this that much of an action movie. Like, yeah, there's a couple of chase sequences and stuff, but there's never like set pieces to go with that action. It's very bare
Yeah.
basic where it's like, okay, here we have a little bit of a car chase. Here it's a foot chase through Boston. Like the biggest set piece probably is the stairwell at the end when they're going down and all that stuff starts to break apart and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably about right.
Yeah, but even that's not so much an action scene as it is just like them surviving a rickety old staircase.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
like I don't, so without bringing up Raiders then, I mean there's an Uncharted movie. I don't know if it's the one they made. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if that was the Uncharted movie I'm thinking of.
The one with
But
Tom
there's an
Holland.
Uncharted movie where you have Drake and he can do like parkour and shit and like you know, he can like at least shoot back or at the very least like make it interesting the way he runs away. Like where you can't again, you can't do it with Nicolas Cage. Like it has to be he's kind of like awkwardly jogging down hallways and like and then people are shooting at him just as he turns the corner. Like which like just like it's not the same thing. You know what I mean? Like it's just it's like it's I don't know. I feel like that's the part of the movie he's not selling, I guess.
Yeah, is just really turning on the action aspect of the treasure hunting. Because so many other treasure hunting explorers that we've seen get down in the mud. And that's not really what they're trying to do at all here in this
Yeah.
movie. I think
Or just
the
like
biggest one that they
have
do is
oh
the
go ahead,
opening.
sorry.
The biggest one they do is the opening scene where like he throws the flare at the dynamite and they make their escape. Like that's probably the
Right.
biggest action set piece, but it really doesn't have to do much with him actually
Like
throwing down.
are you catching up on a theme here though? Is that like Nicolas Cage can't do action?
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
Do you think he
Like
was just
even in that
like
scene, he doesn't really move very fluidly or like
yeah,
he doesn't like seem like a guy he's more of like a weasel who can like throw a smoke bomb to get out of it than like a guy who can actually like do anything physical to get away, you know?
yeah. It's interesting that they went that route. That's like a facet of it that I never really thought about until we talked about it now here.
Yeah, and like think about it, he's not making like I don't know, he's not making any action movies for a little while. He just made like Matchstick Men and like
Yeah.
adaptation, you know what I'm saying? Like Family Man, like I guess the closest thing you could say is Gone in 60 Seconds, but that's a car movie. That's not like him
He's not
like doing a
yeah,
lot of like real life action.
he's not really moving around as much as he is just sitting in a car or letting the stunt guy do it.
Right.
Yeah, so interesting. I wonder if that was something he brought to them or if that was always just the case with this movie that they were going to do a more family friendly version of an action adventure movie.
I think there's something to the idea that like you put like what's the guy in the Da Vinci Code called again? What's his name?
Tom Hanks,
No, not Tom Hanks, the character.
Robert Langdon.
Robert Langdon. Yeah, like that's also very similar. Like Robert Langdon's never gonna like punch a guy in the face, you know what I mean? Like scale a fence or anything like that. Like it's like closer to that kind of action, which again,
They
not very actiony. You
yeah, not
probably
very
should lean
actiony.
more toward the mystery.
They turned it
You know,
more into like a intellectual hero than like a big swashbuckling Indiana Jones, Nathan Drake type.
yeah. It's crazy to think about too, because Nicolas Cage in like Con Air, he was doing the action, man. Like that was like he feels very at home in Con Air.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's interesting they went that route. Doesn't really take away much of the movie for me. Like I enjoy this movie for what it attempts to do, and that it at least tries to do its own thing instead of just like, hey, let's just be Indiana Jones but with American history. I like that they were like, we're gonna completely switch up and not try to
Yeah.
just copy that formula specifically.
No, yeah, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just something I noticed as I
Yeah,
was watching it. It's like he's not moving like an action star in this movie, like at all.
it's just different. But again, this movie, as you watch it, does feel much more of let's just be more of an adventure movie than so much of an action movie.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's really all I have. I don't know if there's much else to say.
I don't know if there's really anything else left that we haven't touched on. Except John Voight. Keep the status quo.
Oh yeah, John Voight. How can we forget? Yeah.
Yeah, what a movie for John Voight. All-star cast.
They had a pretty good like rapport, him and Nicolas Cage. Like I kind of dug it. John Voight definitely made the whole like nerdy historian thing work a lot better. So
Sure. And man, oh man, Diane Kruger. What a hell of a 2004.
yeah, true. Yeah.
Troy and National Treasure. What a way to hit the scene.
I seriously thought you were about to say what a
What a babe. What a babe.
yeah.
That Diane
I was
Kruger.
like, Diane Kruger. What a smart, intelligent, like really go-getter kind of doctor she was. Nothing about her looks at all is what I gotta
Oh,
say.
you mean old Dr. What's her name?
Yeah. Oh, Doctor, what's her name? PhD.
PhD. Oh, ridiculous. What how do we think Raj felt about this movie?
Man, I think Raj is gonna say good things. I think there's like a small chance that he won't, but I am actually feeling so confident that we will have a little bit of a Raj dance party here.
All right.
I'm Roger Ebert. Been a scene from the best film of the decade. This is a great film.
Well, Jim, you would be wrong.
Oh no, Raj.
Raj gave this 2 out of 4 stars.
Oh,
Not
that's
buying
okay.
it, not buying into the American propaganda hype. He writes, so silly that the Monty Python version could use the same screenplay line for line. Damn, Raj.
Wait, what?
He wrote that the movie is so silly that the Monty Python version could use the same screenplay line for line.
I don't know, Raj. I don't
Yeah.
know. This wasn't your best work.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know, Raj.
like
Sounds
we're
like you had
now
an axe to
making up
grind.
like fake Monty Python parodies of movies for our
Yeah.
reviews, Raj. I don't know.
My God, Raj.
I'm not
What
sure
are-
about that
yeah.
one.
What are we doing? Raj wasn't bought and paid for this week.
Yeah, right. That's literally like that feels like a message to Disney more than anything else. Next time you got to pay the fine. You got to pay the fare if you want to go on this
Yeah.
ride.
Raj was like, you didn't hook me up. You can give me a little bit of the take.
Yeah, right.
That's it. 2 out of 4.
2 out of 4, and I'm gonna really phone this one in.
Raj, you right in. God damn you, Raj. All right, Jim. What do we think?
Usually he's so on point too. Usually when we read the little blurbs, I'm like, oh yeah, that was actually like really insightful and concise,
yeah.
Raj. Way to go.
Nope.
Not like this Monty Python version of this movie, which doesn't exist, by the way, wouldn't even need to change the lines. Like,
And Raj with an axe to grind. What do we think, Jim?
and
Final rating.
I'm giving this like a man. I think a 3 out of 5. I'm going with my gut here. I'm gonna say 3 out of 5.
I'm gonna say 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go right above you. I'm a 4 out of 5 guy.
Okay.
I think this movie to me a lot of fun. It's a good hang
Is this
movie.
like is this your Dr.
This is,
Dolittle
yeah,
2
this
award?
this is absolutely if I was to have my Dr. Dolittle 2 award, I think it would be the National Treasure Party Award.
Yeah. See, I felt like this was gonna be a Dr. Dolittle 2 award movie for me, but it didn't quite get there. I don't know. I still enjoyed it, but
Quite as much as he used to. As 14-year-old Jim.
No, even as like 25-year-old Jim, like I don't know what that says exactly, but like
Losing all your whimsy, Jim.
there's been like a steep learning curve, I think, over the last couple of years that have made me not like National Treasure quite as much.
Oh boy, oh boy. All right. Well, with a 4 from me and a 3 from you, going to give us an overall score of a 7. We haven't been in the sevens for a while now. So let's see what we got in here, Jim. Do we take National Treasure or do we take Scooby Doo 2?
Ah, man. I don't know, dude.
Yeah, the sevens are going to be a wild ride of us not agreeing because it's all over the place when you look at individual ratings.
I mean, you know why I'm pausing right now, right?
Yeah, because you want to say Scooby Doo too. I know.
Right. I'm
I-
thinking of any way to not say
Yeah, I know-
Scooby-Doo too, but I don't
yeah.
know if I can.
I know the moves you're making before you even know you're making them.
I
Bud.
know. And I know you know. That's why
know.
I want to talk this through because
I know you.
I'm desperately trying to think of any reason to take National Treasure, and
No.
I just got nothing. I gotta take Scooby-Doo too.
I know exactly what you're up to. I'm going National Treasure. I already know the answer to your next one. It's the battle
Yeah.
of the award here, the National Treasure Award or the Doctor Dolittle 2 Award.
Oh man. See, like what have I become, dude? So like the award's literally named after the movie, and I just said
Yeah.
that I wasn't gonna give this movie the award. So how do I pick it over Doctor Dolittle 2? I don't know how.
You're really painting yourself into a corner here.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't disagree about any of these. Like, I'm picking the movies I want. I'm just like, it's interesting. I'm thinking about it. Like, I didn't expect it to go this way.
Really, really opened his eyes. National Treasure or Cellular?
Gotta pick Cellular.
This
No,
guy is
actually,
absolutely
I think
crazy.
I gotta pick. Yeah, I gotta pick National Treasure. I don't think I can pick Cellular over. Man, I might need to watch Cellular again, but I think for right now, I'm gonna take National Treasure.
National Treasure or another John Voight classic, Holes?
Um, I think I would take. I think I would take. Holes.
I'd take a National Treasure. National Treasure or Shrek?
National Treasure. How did Shrek get so high? This is your version of the list, right? Like this is the order you would put them in.
No, I would take National Treasure. I would have taken Holes over Shrek. You kidding me?
There's no way I took Shrek over Holes. Did I?
I don't know how we picked it.
Something's amiss here. I don't know. There's no way we both think Holes is way better than Shrek, right? Like
You
there
think?
can't be.
Yeah. Where are we at with that? Let's just make a quick addendum then, and Shrek goes underneath Holes.
I think here's what we should be doing. We should be moving Shrek down this list. What are we moving National Treasure up for?
All right, Holes back above Shrek here. National Treasure or Shall We Dance?
Oh man,
Dude, the
Shall
sevens.
We Dance? It's gotta be.
The sevens are just awash with nonsense. I hate this.
The sevens are all strong though, dude. They're
hate
all
this.
so good. They're all
I-
such good movies.
I hate this. I would take National Treasure. National Treasure or Wimbledon?
Wimbledon. It's
I would
not
take
even close, dude.
National Treasure. It's not even close.
It's not even
You're
close.
crazy. And the king of the sevens somehow. National Treasure or How the Grinch Stole Christmas?
I think I know how it's the king of the sevens. I'm starting to see.
Really don't want-
I understand the sevens, like I get them now, because these are all the movies that I give a 4, like because they're the Doctor Dolittle 2 award movies,
Yeah,
and you're
you've
kind of like,
given-
yeah, it was okay.
You're giving all these Dr. Doolittle awards out here.
Yeah. Well, hey, this is exactly the same thing, though. You gave your Doctor Dolittle 2 award, and I was kind of like, yeah, it's okay.
That's true.
I've
you're
just
not
done
wrong.
it a lot more times than
You have. Yeah, the seven is a wash in your
It's a lot of me giving movies 4s that carry it into the 7s. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so there
I
you
think the sevens is strong though. I think that might be our strongest bunch.
go. It's something, that's for sure.
Those are all good movies. Come on, like that might be
No,
the
no,
only one where
there
every movie in it is like that.
is an
Might be
enjoyable movie.
it.
All
Might be the
enjoyable
start
movies.
of like anything above this has to be a good movie
Yeah,
because
it
I don't
has
know
to be
about the
great.
sixes. I don't know about those.
Yeah, I don't know. But the sevens, they definitely start the party. That's for sure.
So was there one last one? It was the King of the Sevens was what again?
Was How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Oh yeah, I guess I would take How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Oh, also crazy. I would ride National Treasure to the top,
Okay.
but I understand.
I may have to do like a seven-a-thon this weekend. I may have to just watch all of the seven movies and then get back to you next week.
Takes it right back. All right, yeah, you do that. You have fun with that. And then you report back your findings. But Jim, more important than those findings, I am very excited here to see what we'll be watching next week.
Yeah, so hold on. Let me
What do we got? What do we got on the docket for the following weekend? I believe the weekend after the 19th is Thanksgiving weekend, the 24th. I see two movies.
yeah,
Both of
well,
them, both of
what
them
are your
actually,
two?
both of these movies absolutely have me quaking in my boots. We had such a stellar week in SpongeBob and National Treasure, and the box office was like, "You're having too much fun. Why don't we pump the brakes here?" The two movies that I have here are Christmas with the Cranks
I knew that was coming.
and Oliver Stone's Alexander.
Yeah. And I mean those are two very reasonable picks.
I've never seen Christmas with the Cranks, and I am goosebumps at the idea of having to watch Alexander again.
Yeah, and I think we
Because
might have another short week here. I don't know
man,
if
oh man,
there's nothing else that really jumps out at me any lower than that.
Jim,
I
I
mean,
very
I
happy to hear that.
I take it back. There is
No,
one
Jim,
thing
Jim,
that
Jim,
jumps
Jim,
out
Jim.
at me. I passed earlier, but there's no way you're gonna go for it. So,
Do I even want to hear what it is?
so I'm not sure if this is a documentary or not, but it's called Gorilla: The Taking of Patty Hearst.
Oh my God, nope, out, get it out of there. Nope, no need. Nope.
Yeah, I know. That's the only
Unnecessary.
thing that jumps out at me. I mean, I'll
All
probably
right.
watch that on my own time, but
So we are all right. Beautiful. Another two movie weekend. I'm all for that. The question is, which one opened lower? What are we watching first?
um,
Here,
astonishingly, Alexander opened below Christmas with the Cranks.
dude. You know
Just
Oliver Stone having an awful Thanksgiving.
yeah. And I think I'm starting to get to the bottom of why we waited till December 3rd to see National Treasure, because I have a feeling the move here was we saw SpongeBob and then we saw Alexander.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure. I mean, obviously, we'll dive into it more next week when we go into the movie. But I'm fairly confident that we saw Alexander over Thanksgiving break because I'm pretty sure like our social studies teacher, I don't think we were in the same class, but I know my social studies teacher said that we would get extra credit if we could show him a ticket stub that we went and saw Alexander. And I was like bangarang because we were planning on seeing it anyway. So like that's a fucking walk in the park right there.
I'm pretty sure he would get arrested if he did that these
Yeah.
days. It's like that movie is a little racy.
Yeah. Oh dear God. I can't believe we're watching this fucking movie again. Oh, lovely. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
so Alexander next week. All how many minutes is it?
Alexander. All I think like 2 hours and 40 minutes of it. It is 175 minutes.
Yep, just
There.
about 3 hours.
Yep.
All 3
All
hours of
3 hours.
We'll definitely be here next week.
Let's go, baby. Can't wait. I'll see you in the 1-star reviews talking about the Iraq War next week because I'm coming again.
Okay. Can I make you a deal really quick though?
It depends on what deal it is.
So, cause there is the 2005 DVD cut, which is 8 minutes shorter. Like, can we watch that one instead?
Sure.
No,
Sure.
no, we'll do the theatrical cut.
So
It's either
it's
that or we do the 214.
I was gonna say, yeah, we can do the
cut.
director's cut revisited, the recut.
Yeah, the recut.
You really want
Because
to party.
the problem with our Alexander is that it was
It
40
wasn't
minutes too short.
Yeah, the problem is that we lost a lot of good stuff on the cutting room floor. A lot of seminal pages were just left out.
Right.
Really would have tied the whole movie together.
Yeah.
My God, God Almighty! What was the last thing you jammed on?
So it's hard for me to remember any like television or movies I've watched because I've been just engrossed with the NBA finals and the New York fucking Knicks.
It's true, dude. Hell of a game.
Yeah, I mean,
Game
by the
4.
time this comes out,
They
the
might have
NBA
already
finals
won.
may be over.
Yeah.
But like the game we were talking about is the one where they came back from like 29 points down. I've been a lifelong Knick fan. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. It was the best basketball game that's ever happened.
Dude, it was nuts.
Yeah,
I watched it too.
I've just kind of been thinking about that all day.
As you should. It was a hell of a game. The final play.
Yeah, the final play, man, was insane.
Yeah. Amazing. Dude pulling a Space Jam move coming out from fucking like out of nowhere.
Right, exactly. And like tips it in with 1.2 seconds left. Like I'm literally about to hit my weekend. I'm like I have a couple days off from work. And I'm pretty sure for the next like 10 hours or so, all I'm gonna do is watch like either like rewatch the game again or like watch people talk about the game on YouTube or like, you know what I mean? Like I'm just like engrossed. So
That's fair. Very fair. I remember I'll carry it down here because I remember the last thing I jammed on. I went and saw the Masters of the Universe movie.
Oh, okay. Now we're talking. What do you got for me?
Oh yeah.
I've been dying to hear what you think about this. Actually.
This is a movie that feels like they unearthed it from like 2016, like, and it's just been sitting in a warehouse all this time.
Because of all the years you could have picked, that might be the worst one. That might be the worst year you could have said.
It's just absolute 2010s blockbuster filmmaking that they completely like stopped doing now. Yeah. But like,
you mean like the worst?
Yeah. But they just did it, man. They were just like, just paint the entire thing in overdone CGI, make the movie way too fucking long. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes, Jim.
Oof.
Yeah.
How's
insane.
Leto?
Honestly, Jim, it pains me to tell you that the worst person in the world put in a pretty great performance.
Oh, no way.
Skeletor is the best part about the movie.
It's still bombed though, right?
Yeah, still bombed. Opened to 30.
Bomb streak is intact.
Opened to $30 million on Jim. Would you like to take a guess at the budget of this bad boy?
I mean, it had to be at least 250, right?
Oh, not quite, but $200 million.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay,
yeah,
I mean that's still a lot.
Insane, it's an insane amount of money to be spending on a movie, and it blows my mind that we're spending $200 million to just make a CGI fest, and it doesn't even look that good. Yeah. How do we spend this much money and it just looks like CGI nonsense?
You just Eberted like the entire 2010s. Like we spent a whole lot of money on a CGI fest that doesn't even look that good. Like that's like really a good way to put that entire decade.
Which is exactly where this movie feels like it came from. It's absurd. Yeah. Having said that, there's portions of this movie that are still fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I might go see it. I mean, the fact that it's 2 hours and 20 minutes is definitely a roadblock.
2 hours and 20 minutes is absurd. Like, especially where they're like, we have this property that we haven't done anything with in a long time. We want to try and get like young kids and everything back into like He-Man and stuff. What are you doing making this 2 hours and 20 minutes? This movie should be an hour and 45 tops.
Like tops. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's no need for it to be long.
Yeah, no need to be that long. So absurd. But yeah, it was just
I will say though, I'm excited that Jared Leto's bomb streak is intact. Once again, I'm asking Hollywood, when will you stop putting this man in movies?
They're just how many times we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
I'm dying to know. When are you going to learn that nobody likes him?
They will never learn. They'll never learn their lesson. It's just been glorious to watch them keep making the same mistake over and over and over again. It's glorious. I love it. And that's all I got for you people. Check out all these movies for yourself. As always, form your own opinions, and make sure you tune in with us next week for the absolute bomb that is Alexander, a movie that probably should star Jared Leto for how badly it bombed. And as always, we'll see you at the movies.